Hi everyone, welcome to my sketchbook tour, even though I have two sketchbooks. Today I have a bigger sketchbook with just a couple of art pieces in it, and then a smaller sketchbook with a lot more in it. A little bit about myself. I had done art throughout my childhood for a very long time, and then in high school, in 9th grade, I had a less than favorable experience with an art class that kind of discouraged me from doing art, so I'd kind of gone away from it. But then in college, which, by the way, I went to college for music education, not anything art related, even though music isn't art, but in my sophomore year, I'd kind of gotten back into art, which I'm really happy that I did. But yeah, so this is my journey through that. So let's begin. So this was actually the very first piece I created when I come back to doing art. So this is what I'd like to consider my graphic abstract style. So it's got some sharp lines and stuff, so it's graphic, and then it's abstract, so it's abstract, so graphic abstract. This one's titled The Corruption of Nature. So I title all of my works. It kind of just depends on how I feel that day. And yeah, I started in February 13, 2017. That's when I started really getting back into doing art, which is nice. This one we have a lightsaber and some weird scissor looking things. Yeah. For all of these, or I should say for the majority of these, well, all the ones in here, I use Sharpies for them. This one's really cool. It's like leaves, and then they have really unique patterns on them, so I like that one because it doesn't use any of the black color. I think it looks really cool. This one's called Leaf It Be. A nice little pun. Here's another one that looks like some sort of either brain or rice or noodles or something, but this one's called We're Taking Over because I thought it kind of looked like a spaceship. This is a really bad one. At least I think so. Yeah, they're weird leg-looking things, I suppose. It looks like a tent on legs, holding a shovel, I guess. This one's a little bit more complex, I suppose. I really wanted to challenge myself to fill up a page. Yeah, I think I kind of like how it looks. This looks like a ledge or something. And this is about the last one I did. I did a lot of colors with this one, but most of the time I just stick with one color or sometimes two colors to add a pop. There's some random stuff, and there's an unfinished one. So let's dive right into the smaller sketchbook. Let me zoom in real quick. There we go, that should be good. So as you can see on the cover, I really like Pokemon. So I grew up playing Pokemon Blue. It's the best game out there for Pokemon, but I have stickers from the newer games, so I played Pokemon Sun, and my sister and I always played opposite games, so she played Pokemon Moon. Yeah, let's dive right into it. So I titled this Abstract Sketchbook number 1. I started it February 27, 2017. Here's my cover page that's so terribly grammatically incorrect. Hi there, enjoy a look, which makes no sense, but when it's in Sharpie, you kind of have to go with it. This one I used a fountain pen and dipping ink. Dipping pen? Something like that. And I actually had only finished this top portion, and then just recently I came back to finish this up. But I felt really inspired that day to finish every single piece in here. I titled it Earth, but you'll find out later on that I did not finish every single piece in here. This one I really started getting into more of my style. I like the arrows, I think they look nice. I like the color too. I'm not really fond of pink, but I think it looks cool. That one's called Amor de Atlantia. I don't know where Atlantia is, but this one's cool. It's like a floating brain, and then I imagine a sugarcane tree or something of the sort. Yeah. Here's another one. I started using some of my, like, I don't even know what to call it. It's just like a made-up script. But, yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to any of it. But this one's called War at Bay. Kind of reminds me of, like, something you'd see in a newspaper, I guess. This one's called Layers of Dream. Layers of a Dream, something like that. So I've got, like, weird Hershey Kiss shapes there and weird circular things there, I guess. But, yeah. I like the color. It's like a muted orange. I really like this one. This one, I think it's called Return Home. It reminded me when I was drawing it, which, first of all, it's my favorite color, blue, so. But there's like this spaceship here, floating in space. Of course, a spaceship's floating in space. And then there's these other, like, ships that are returning home. I don't know, that's kind of what I saw, but it reminds me of ice at the same time, so who knows. Let me know if you see something different. This one I started doing more of a topography kind of style, I guess. So what I do is I, like, make a shape, and then I circle it, and then I circle it, and, like, I change it up sometimes, but yeah. This one ended up having something that I think looks like a seal. So there's his eye, and there's his, like, face and his nose, and, like, tusk thingers. There's his body, and there's his tail. That's what I see. This one, this bottom portion, I remember took me, like, probably 3 hours total, just because of how intricate it was and how, like, close together all the lines were. I like how it turned out, but it's kind of busy. Here's another one of the topography kind of thing. There's, like, a cyclops here, so there's his eye, his, like, face, and then he has, like, a body with, like, 2 legs and a tail looking thing. That's what I see. There's one that I don't really like. Yeah. This one I don't like how it turned out, but I liked the idea of it. I was trying to do, like, a poem with some art, but anyways. Forgotten faces that live on only in fragmented memory. Those who left without a goodbye, spoken or written. They flew from my life and now exist only in my memory. I like the poem, I just don't like the top very much. One was called Sloppy Lines. I don't know why. I thought the top looked really sloppy, I guess. This one reminds me of, like, ocean theme. There's, like, shells there, and then, like, weird coral stuff, maybe? I don't know. And there's, like, a wave there. This one, my friend challenged me to do 2 Sharpies at the same time, and it did not work out. This one reminds me of a peacock. I feel like this one wasn't really completed when I did it, but I just wanted it to be done, which happens. This one, I did this during choir tour, and this was like, I started out with a topography thing, but then it kind of evolved into something else, but I really like it. It's called 5-Leaf Clover. I like the pops of color that I added. They're shiny, but I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, I really like how this one turned out. Here's another one, like, similar to that one, but I want to do an outline first and then fill it in. I like it. I like the color scheme of this one. It's really, like, intricate. Here's another one with, like, I don't know, a galactic war theme, I guess. There's, like, a spaceship there and something there and something there. And then, like, a weird script. Here I did the topography again, but I incidentally drew 2 bunnies. So there's an eye there, and there's his, like, nose, and then his ear, and then upside down. I don't know how well you can see it. There's its eye, there's its 2 ears, there's its, like, body, there's its, like, hind leg, and then its tail. So I think it's really unique how abstract art can do that, and you can end up creating shapes. This one's bad. This one's called Crazy Fly. It was the same kind of outline thing, but it's kind of shiny. Yeah, I like the colors I used. I like the different textures in it. This one I did a no lifting pen challenge for the inside flower looking thing. So I used 2 colors and did that. And this is for my friend in Brazil. I had her pick out the colors when she was here, and then I used them. So it's called Psychedelic Dreams. I don't know why. Another one I'm not too huge of a fan of, but this one I was trying to do some new, like, shapes or something down here. I'm not sure if I like it or not, but I like the boxes, and I like the circles. I don't know what they are, if they're eyeballs or what, but, and then there's a snail looking thing there. Don't try and solve this maze, because you can't. It's called Unamazing, and you can't really solve it. This one I'm not too huge a fan of either, but I do like how some of the perspective happened in, like, the circles. I think they look really cool, and those look like fingers, I guess. Yeah, it feels unfinished to me. This one I kind of feel the same way. It feels unfinished. I think I needed, like, a centerpiece. This would be like a good background, you know. That one was called Stages of Life. This one, sorry if it hurts your eyes. I did the topography thing, and then I went in and added extra things to it. So, yeah, this one's called Blown Up, because it kind of looks like, I don't know, a shape that's expanding. This one I had one of my managers at work pick out the colors. So he picked out orange and black. Yeah, that one's okay. Here we have some more Pokemon stuff. I don't think I really tried for them to look like Pokeballs when I first started them, but then they just did, so I went with it. They look like they're, like, oozing or something. It reminds me of the first movie when, like, the clones are created. Not my favorite one here, but it's okay. I like the concept. I was trying to do something where, like, a solid, like, shapes, like squares and triangles and stuff, meet with, like, smooth lines, but I don't know if I like it too much. Here I was trying my hand at some stippling, which is like when you add a bunch of dots and stuff, and it ended up looking like a polywhirl, so I kind of just went with it at that point. This one's titled Donuts because I can't get over how much those look like donuts. This one I have some pretty contrasting colors, which I think look nice. This one's, I think, called Tree of Life. Here I started using some micron pens, so I like the shading that I got there with, like, doing different, I don't know what to call it, different angles and stuff, so that it kind of built up. I didn't quite get the same effect down there, but, you know, I don't like this page. I'm not too fond of this page either, but I like the colors, and I think it looks okay. It's just not my favorite. This one. I did this one, it was my senior year of college, and I started it in band camp. Yeah. I think with this one I finally understood some of the differences between, like, you have to have contrasts. So I had a lot of areas where I, like, colored in a lot, and I think that really adds to the impact of it. But I really like this. This was done with micron pens. Or pen, I can't remember, but I love how I have the layering there. I think this one's Beyond Infinity. This is one of my favorites. We have, like, a flying ghost swordsman dude. There's eyeballs in his mouth, and he's got, like, 2 swords. This one's another unfinished piece. I was doing a lot of, like, shading with stippling, however you say it. But it just got too tedious, and so I kind of gave up. Oh, I guess I did finish it. I don't know. This one's like a meteor. I like how I had the different lines here, or the different colors. There's one that I'm not fond of, which happens. And here I had some pages I didn't love, so I taped in some things with washi tape, which I just kind of recently started discovering and started using. I like how this looks like a quilt of sorts. It's really cool. I like this, like, flower thing design. It's called Cabbage. Here's one I did at a jam session, so it has autumn leaves in the background. And, like, I like these drooping towers there. They're really cool. It's called A Sign. Yeah. I have a sock tree, because why not? Here I have another taped in one. I like the washi tape there, it's really cool. Here I was practicing, or I don't know, designing. I don't know about my letters. This one's called Aimless. This one I titled Barney's Skin. The colors are just so vibrant that it really reminded me of like Barney. I don't know. Kind of hurts your eyes a little bit. This one is called Maurice, because I drew that snail and then I thought his name's Maurice. That's what it became. Here I did some watercolor. They're really shimmery. And I find 4-leaf clovers really easily. Like, I find them even when I'm just walking somewhere. I can like look at the ground, look at the grass and find one and pick it up. I don't know why I have that gift, but let me know if you'd like to see the rest of my 4-leaf clover collection. I also have 5-leaf clovers and 6-leaf clovers. Unfinished. Here's another unfinished work. I like the eyes. There's another unfinished, like chicken butts. I like the scratchiness of this one. There I did some colored pencils. Now we have like Topography City, so there's a lot of this kind of topography amiibo looking thing. I like that circle thing, the beads. More topography. This one I did the topography and then I colored in with colored pencils, which I like how it looks. It's very colorful. I didn't finish it, but oh well. I did the best I could. Here's another topography. I think this one worked out really well because of the negative space I have. So it looks like there's a main island here, and then there's like a smaller and even smaller islands. Yeah, I like that one. There's another unfinished. Here's another topography. This one I actually started doing a video of, and I just never finished it, but I really like how it looks regardless. It's very detailed, so it's really cool. There's like some sort of creature. I don't know, it reminds me of Alice in Wonderland a little bit. And then this is the last page. I also did a video of this one, and I edited it and everything, but never got the music put to it, so I really need to do that, but yeah, it looks really cool. So that's it. Here's the back. I got more Pokemon stickers, but thanks for watching.